Welcome to my channel. My friend, you're here because something inside you wants to change, to grow, to finally speak English with confidence and freedom. I want to ask you an important question. Have you ever asked yourself, why is my English still slow? Why can't I speak fast and clear like other people? Maybe you study many words. Maybe you spend time learning grammar rules. Maybe you write answers in books and pass exams but still can't speak freely. When it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. You search for words, but they disappear. You freeze. Your heart beats fast. And silence wins again. You are not alone. Many learners feel the same way. They know English in silence. But when they try to use it, nothing comes out at all. Their brain understands, but their mouth stays closed. Their heart wants to speak, but fear pulls them back. You've been there. We all have. Today, I will show you how to change this. I will tell you how to improve your English in a way that is simple, clear, and real. Stay with me until the end, because you will not only learn how to speak better, you will also feel motivated to start today. If you haven't yet, subscribe to Soulful English, your safe place to learn, to speak, and to grow with people who understand your journey. Chapter 1. The real reason you are stuck. My friend, I want to tell you something very important. You are not bad at English. You are not slow. You are not weak. You are simply stuck because no one showed you the real way to learn. For years, teachers told you that learning means grammar, tests, and memorizing words. They made you believe that only the smartest students can speak well and fast. But this is now true. The truth is much simpler and more human. You are stuck because you tried to learn English with your head, not with your mouth, not with your heart, not with your daily voice. Think about your past. How many years did you study English in school? Maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe more. You worked hard but spoke little. You memorized, repeated, and copied. But when a real person asked you something, your brain froze. You knew the rules, but not how to live them. You felt embarrassed. You thought, maybe English is not for me. Maybe I started too late. Maybe I'm just not smart enough to speak fluently. But listen carefully. None of these thoughts are true. You are not weak or slow. You just learned English in the wrong way, the silent way. The notebook example. You sit in your room, a notebook open, pen in hand. You read the word beautiful. You repeat it. You write it. You think you know it. The next day, your friend says, "Your country is beautiful." Suddenly, your mind freezes. You recognize the word, but your brain feels heavy and slow. You want to answer, but your mouth stays silent. You know the meaning, but not how to use it. It's frustrating, almost painful inside. This happens again and again. You know words in silence, but you can't use them in life. It feels like being trapped behind a wall of sound. Almost every learner has felt this pain. I also felt it when I was learning. I remember that same quiet room, full of words I couldn't speak. The problem is not your memory. The problem is that you study too much but practice too little. You use your eyes more than your mouth. You focus on grammar before real conversation. You wait for the perfect moment to speak. But that moment never comes. You wait, and the silence grows. Fluency comes from mistakes. Let me tell you the truth. Fluency is not born from perfection. Fluency is born from mistakes, from effort, from trying even when you're afraid, from speaking even when you're not ready, from using real words instead of only reading them. That is how real progress begins, not from silence. Think about children. They don't wait to study grammar. They don't memorize vocabulary lists. They listen. They copy. They laugh. They speak. They make mistakes all the time, but they don't stop. They keep going. They play with words. They learn through joy, not fear. You can do the same. You are not too old. You are not too late. Your brain is ready, waiting for you to start using your voice. You must change how you learn. Less perfect study, more real talking. Not later, not when you're ready, now. The circle of study and forgetting. Many learners are trapped in a circle. They study, then forget. They study again, then forget again. It feels like running but never moving forward. You fill notebooks, watch videos, read articles, but when you speak, nothing comes out. You feel tired, maybe even hopeless, and want to give up. But quitting will not give you the life you want. Speaking English can open doors. New jobs, new friends, new confidence, a stronger you. That is why you must break the circle. But to break it, you need to face your real enemy, and it's not grammar or vocabulary. The real enemy, fear. The real reason you are stuck is not grammar. It's not vocabulary. It's not your age. It's fear. The quiet fear that holds your tongue. Fear of mistakes. Fear of being wrong. Fear of people laughing. Fear that your accent sounds strange, that your voice isn't good enough. This fear locks your mouth. It keeps you quiet when you should speak. It tells you, stay safe, don't try, just listen. But here is the truth. Fear is a lie. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your teacher, your bridge to real English. Every mistake is a small victory. Every error is proof that you're trying. Every attempt is a step closer to fluency and confidence. So next time you make a mistake, don't hide, smile, say, I'm learning. That's the sign of courage. That's the sound of progress. The first small step, right now. Say one small sentence in English. Maybe, I am learning English. Or, today is a good day. Just say it aloud. Clearly, proudly, smile. Repeat it 5 times. Feel the sound in your chest. Feel how alive it is. That's not just a word. That's growth. This is not a small action. This is power. This is progress. This is you breaking the old pattern of silence. If you do this every day, your English will grow fast, strong, and real. You'll see, 5 minutes a day can change everything. The truth about perfection. My friend, the real reason you are stuck is not because you are not smart. It's because you were told to wait until you are perfect. But now you know the truth. You don't need perfect English to start speaking. You need to speak to become perfect later. The road to fluency is not far away. It begins with your next sentence, your next try, your next brave little word. Once you start speaking every day, even small words, you'll never feel stuck again. The silence will fade, and your voice will return. This is the beginning of your new journey, a journey where you stop studying like a prisoner and start speaking like a free person. A journey where you stop waiting for tomorrow and start living in English today. You are not stuck anymore. You are ready. And this time, you will not give up. You found your strength, your courage, your voice, and this is it. Just the beginning. Chapter 2. Speak before you are ready. Now let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, I will speak English when I am ready? Maybe too many times. Maybe you thought, first, I need more grammar. First, I need more vocabulary. First, I need to be perfect. So you waited and waited again. 1 month passed. 6 months passed. 1 year passed. Maybe many years passed. But you are still waiting. You are still silent and uncertain. Here is the truth. You will never feel ready. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not even 10 years from now. Readiness never comes on its own. If you wait for the perfect moment, that moment will never come. Because fluency is not waiting. Fluency is action. And action begins now. You must speak before you are ready. You must open your mouth now, not later. You must use the English you already have today, not the English you hope to have in the future, not the words you haven't learned yet. The words you have now are enough to begin. The baby example. Think about babies. When they start speaking, do they wait until they know 500 words? Of course not. They begin with what they have. They say mama, they say water, they say bye. These words are not perfect, but they are real. They are steps toward full communication. Every time a baby speaks, they learn more. Every sound trains their mouth. Every word gives them confidence. Sentences flow easily and naturally. If a baby can do this, why not you? You are not weak. You are not late. You only need to break the habit of silence. Silence teaches fear. Every time you stay silent, you teach your brain to be afraid. You tell it. Speaking is dangerous. But it's not. Every time you speak, even one word, you teach your brain to be brave. You tell it. Speaking is safe. Speaking is life. And bravery builds fluency. Courage, not perfection, is the true beginning of confidence. The more you speak, the faster fear disappears. You are in your room. You want to practice English, but your mind whispers, "No, not today. I am not ready." It's a familiar voice. At that moment, you have two choices. One, listen to fear, stay silent, wait again. Two, speak one small sentence out loud. Say, "I am here." Just 3 words, but powerful ones. Suddenly, you feel something move inside you. It's not grammar, it's courage. You feel alive, you feel strong, you feel proud. That one small sentence opens a door to a new part of yourself. It is not just a sentence. It is the sound of you stepping forward. It is the first door to your new life. Every small word you say builds a bridge between silence and fluency. You don't need to cross it in one jump, just step by step. Speaking is the best study. Many learners think they must study more before speaking, but here is a secret. Speaking is the best study you will ever do. When you speak, you use grammar without thinking. You remember words faster. You train your mouth and your brain to move together smoothly. Every time you speak, your English improves faster than it ever could in silence. Even mistakes help your brain grow and connect new pathways. Yes, you will make mistakes, but mistakes are proof that you are alive and learning. Every mistake is one more lesson written into your memory. Every mistake teaches you something new. Every time you speak again, you sound a little stronger, a little smoother, a little more you. Fluency does not grow in books. It grows in voices, in conversations, in daily practice that makes English feel like breathing. When you start speaking before you are ready, something changes inside you. The fear begins to lose power. The words begin to find rhythm. You realize that fluency was never about waiting for confidence. It was about building confidence through action, one sentence at a time. So next time your brain says, "I am not ready," smile and answer, "I don't need to be ready." That answer alone breaks the old pattern. Speak today. Speak badly if you must. Speak slowly if you need to. But speak, because silence never teaches you. Only speaking does. Your courage to start now will inspire someone else who's also afraid. Together. Small voices can create a movement of learning and freedom. You are not learning English to be perfect. You are learning it to connect, to express, to live a fuller life that waits beyond fear. So, my friend, take that small step today. Say one sentence out loud right after this video. And when you do, tell me in the comments below, what was your first brave sentence today? Let's celebrate it together. Because speaking before you are ready, that's where fluency truly begins. Chapter 3: The Power of Daily English. My friend, let me share with you the biggest secret to learning English fast. It is not grammar rules. It is not a huge vocabulary. It is not studying for long hours in one day. The real secret is daily practice. Short, simple, and consistent. It's what truly changes everything. Not once a week, not once a month, but every single day. Even if it's just 5 minutes, even if it's just one short sentence, daily practice will change your English more than anything else. It builds rhythm in your brain, like a heartbeat that never stops learning. Why daily practice matters. Many learners make the same mistake. They study hard for a few hours one day, then stop for a week. Then they try again and stop again. They think a big effort in one day will bring big results. But the truth is, learning doesn't work like that. Progress is built, not rushed. Your brain learns like your body learns. Imagine going to the gym. If you go once for 6 hours, nothing changes. You only get tired. But if you go for 15 minutes every day, your body gets stronger, slowly, quietly, consistently. That's how growth really happens. English is the same. Small practice every day makes you fluent faster than big practice once in a while. It's the rhythm, not the rush. Think about brushing your teeth. Let me give you another picture. Do you brush your teeth for 3 hours on Sunday and then never again? Of course not. You brush every day, even if it's only 2 or 3 minutes. That daily action keeps your teeth clean and healthy without pressure or stress. English is exactly the same. Daily action keeps your brain fresh. It keeps your memory strong. It turns English into a natural part of life. It stops being a school subject and becomes something you live with, like your morning coffee, your favorite song, or a walk after dinner. How daily practice looks. Give yourself 10 minutes every day to speak English. Just 10 minutes. No more, no less. Consistency is what makes it powerful, not time. In those 10 minutes, talk about your day. Say simple things like, I woke up, I ate breakfast, I went to work. That's enough. Simple words, easy sentences, but you do it every day. After 1 week, you'll feel a small shift. After 1 month, a big change. After 1 year, you'll look back and realize you became a new person, someone who speaks English naturally and confidently. That is the power of daily English. It's not magic, it's momentum. Small actions repeated until they build something strong and unstoppable. Why people wait? Many learners wait for the perfect time. They say, I'm too busy. I'll practice on the weekend. But the weekend never comes. Life is always busy. The perfect time is a myth. If you wait, you will always wait. The best time is now, not someday. You must put English inside your daily life, not outside of it. Don't treat it like a task. Treat it like a friend you meet each day. That means talk to yourself in the mirror. Describe what you see in your room. Say things like, this is my chair. This is my phone. Or, I am drinking water. I like the sound of rain. These small sentences may look simple, but they are gold. Real practice. Real progress. The secret is habit. The real secret is not time. It is habit. 5 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week. That's the truth of growth. When you practice daily, your brain begins to expect English. It becomes normal. It becomes part of your thinking without extra effort. Soon, you don't even think about studying English. You simply live in English. Words start to appear naturally, like old friends returning home. Your mouth gets comfortable. Your ears recognize patterns. Your confidence grows quietly, almost without you noticing. That's what habit does. Daily practice doesn't demand perfection. It only asks for presence. Just show up, even for 5 minutes. That's how habits change lives. Daily English in daily life. You're walking to the bus. You whisper softly, "The sky is blue. The bus is coming. I am waiting." It's a quiet conversation with yourself. You're cooking dinner. You smile and say, "This is my spoon. I am cooking rice. I like the smell." It's small, but it's real practice. At night, you're tired. You close your eyes and say, "I am sleepy. I want to rest." These small words are building a fluent future. They may look silly, but they're not. They are daily training. They teach your brain to think in English, naturally, gently, and forever. This is what I call living English. It's not study time, it's lifetime. English that flows through your real moments, not your textbooks. No pressure learning. The best part is this: daily English makes you grow without pressure. You don't need grammar tables. You don't need 100 new words. You just need time, short and steady. You just need to speak a little, listen a little, live a little more in English each day. Your English becomes faster, stronger, and more natural. You stop worrying about mistakes because speaking becomes as easy as breathing. Growth without fear. Learning without stress. That's what daily English gives you. It's how confidence is built gently but permanently. Climbing the mountain, many learners quit because they think fluency is too big, like a mountain that is too high to climb. But every mountain has one same rule. You don't jump to the top. You climb one step at a time, slowly, daily, consistently. Each step matters, even the smallest ones. You might not see change today, but you'll see it later in your voice, your speed, your courage. Small steps always lead somewhere great. English is the same. Daily steps will take you to the top, not all at once, but one small victory at a time, just like real climbers do. Promise yourself. So, my friend, never ask, "Do I have 1 hour today?" Instead, ask, "Do I have 5 minutes?" Because 5 minutes daily can change your future. Promise yourself that you will not skip. Promise yourself that you will not wait. Promise yourself that you will give just 5 minutes a day. That small promise will become your turning point. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent, brave, and true to your goal. Soon, you'll look back and say, "Wow, I speak English. I am confident. I am free." That's the real reward of daily English. And that gift belongs to you, not someday, but today. So start small, stay steady, and let English become the rhythm of your life. Chapter 4: Listen like a child. Before you spoke your first word in life, you listened. You listened to your mother's voice, the rhythm of her words, the sound of care. You listened to footsteps, laughter, rain, songs. The world taught you before books ever did. Listening was your first language and your first teacher. You didn't begin with grammar. You didn't begin with writing. You began with sounds, feelings, tones, and the music of real conversation. This is the natural way, the way every human learns. And this is the way you can learn English fast again, through listening deeply. The problem with adults: most learners forget this truth. They try to speak without listening enough. They build sentences without knowing how real speech sounds. So they struggle, they feel slow and confused. Their sentences look correct on paper, but sound unnatural when spoken out loud. But if you listen first, everything changes. You start to feel the rhythm of English, its tone, its flow, its emotion. When you listen like a child, you will speak like a child, simple, fearless, and natural. And children learn faster than anyone. Listening is the hidden door to fluency that most adults walk past. But once you open it, every word starts to feel alive again. How children learn. A child never says, "Let me study the grammar of my language." They simply hear it. They copy it. They repeat it until it becomes natural. They don't fear mistakes. They don't translate. They absorb the sound and meaning together, like music that teaches their tongue to move. You can do the same, even as an adult. Your brain can copy sounds and patterns. It's still young enough to learn by listening deeply. You just have to give it the chance. Replace your silent study time with listening moments. Short, real, emotional ones. That's the key. Even 5 minutes of real listening every day can train your brain more than an hour of reading grammar rules ever could. Listening is feeling. Listening is not only hearing, listening is feeling. It's the connection between sound and heart. The moment when meaning becomes emotion. When you listen to English, your brain absorbs the rhythm, tone, and energy of speech. You begin to feel how English really moves. You may not understand every word. That's okay. A child doesn't understand everything either, but they keep listening, and their brain keeps growing. Hearing builds memory. Memory builds speaking. Speaking builds fluency. It's a beautiful circle, the same one that helped you learn your first language. So when you listen, don't just hear, feel. Feel the pace, the pauses, the energy behind the words. That's how you truly learn English. The simple sentence, listen to one short English sentence every day. For example, how are you? You hear it once, then again, and suddenly you can say it. Not just say it, but say it with rhythm, with melody, with emotion. That's what listening does. It teaches your mouth the music of English. Your pronunciation improves naturally. Your confidence grows because you're not forcing words. You're flowing with them, like a dancer with music. This is the magic of repetition. Each time you listen, your brain gets stronger. Each time you copy, your English becomes more natural. Soon you'll find yourself speaking without thinking, because listening trained your tongue better than any textbook ever could. Understanding is not first. Do not tell yourself, I don't understand everything. Understanding is not the first step. Copying is. Children don't analyze before they speak. They hear, they mimic, and slowly meaning follows. You can learn in the same way, by trusting your ears before you test your mind. It may feel strange at first, but that's normal. Let your mouth move with the sound. Let your brain catch meaning later. The more you listen, the more everything connects. Sound, rhythm, meaning, memory, and one day, you'll realize you're thinking in English. That's when you'll understand without translating. That's when English will stop being a subject and become a living voice inside you. Shadowing is a powerful tool. Shadowing means listening and speaking at the same time. You repeat what you hear immediately, just like a child copies their parent's voice. At first, it feels strange, even difficult. Your mouth feels slow, your timing is off. But if you keep going, something amazing happens. You start to sound natural. You start to speak faster. Your brain and tongue begin to work together like instruments in rhythm. You'll begin to think in English without translating, without planning every word. That's the power of shadowing, real training for real speaking. It's not about perfection, it's about rhythm, emotion, and connection. That's what makes fluent speakers sound alive, not mechanical. Music in your ears. Think about music. When you hear a song many times, you start to sing it without effort. You didn't sit down to memorize the lyrics. You just listened again and again. Suddenly, the words came out of your mouth naturally. That's exactly how English can work for you. If you listen again and again, the words will enter your heart. And once they enter your heart, they will come out of your mouth. Music trains emotion. Language is the same. Let English become your music. Play it daily. Feel it deeply. And your fluency will sing. Listening turns learning into art. It makes English more than knowledge. It becomes part of your rhythm, your breath, your daily sound. Trust the process. Don't worry if you feel slow in the beginning. Don't worry if you only understand one word or one phrase. Every word is progress. Every sentence you hear is a small seed planted in your memory. Listening is not passive. It's active learning that grows silently but surely. Think of it as planting a garden in your mind. Every time you listen, you plant another seed. One day, it blooms into fluent speech. So keep listening, keep planting, and keep trusting. The harvest will come quietly, beautifully, in your own natural time. Fluency begins with listening, and listening begins with patience. Trust it, because every sound you hear is bringing you one step closer. Chapter 5. Small wins build big fluency. Now, my friend, I want to give you one more secret. Big fluency is not built in one day. It is built step by step. Every fluent speaker you admire once stood where you are now. Unsure, quiet, afraid of mistakes, yet brave enough to take one more step. Big fluency comes from small wins. One sentence, one conversation, one moment of courage. Each small step becomes the bricks of confidence. Many learners believe they must make one big jump. They think they must learn everything fast. When they can't, they feel sad and stop. But this isn't the truth. Every success begins small. Every strong speaker began with broken sentences and shy words that grew stronger over time. Think about your life. Every big success you've ever had started small. You learned to walk with one step. You learned to read with one letter. You learned to write with one word. At first, it was slow. At first, it was difficult. But every small step gave you power. And one day, without even noticing, you could walk, read, and write without fear. English is the same. It follows the same gentle path of growth. Don't wait for one big win. Celebrate your small ones. Every word you say is proof that you're no longer standing still. What small wins look like? You say your first full sentence in English. I am learning English today. That is not small. That is a victory. That is progress. Maybe your grammar is not perfect. Maybe your pronunciation is not clear. But you spoke. You used English. You turned knowledge into action. That is success. Because every time you speak, your confidence grows. Every word builds strength. Every attempt pushes fear a little further away. Small wins are the heartbeat of fluency. They keep you moving when motivation fades. They remind you that every step forward matters. The magic circle. Small wins give you energy. They tell your brain, I can do this. And when your brain believes, your mouth speaks even more. When your mouth speaks more, your fluency grows. That's the magic circle of learning. Confidence creates action, and action creates confidence. The more you speak, the less fear you feel. The less fear you feel, the more natural your English becomes. That's how real fluency starts. You don't need to rush. You just need to keep the circle alive by celebrating progress instead of chasing perfection. This is the secret that turns ordinary learners into confident speakers. Small wins repeated until they become natural habits. Stop comparing yourself. Many learners make the mistake of comparing themselves to others. They hear someone speak fast and think, I'll never be that good. But you must stop this thinking. That person you admire also started small. They also struggled. They also made mistakes and felt fear. The only difference is they didn't stop. They kept showing up, one day at a time, until speaking became as normal as breathing. So don't measure your journey with someone else's timeline. Measure it with courage, with the moments you spoke, even when afraid. Comparison kills joy. Progress grows in peace. Focus on your own steps. And soon, you'll walk faster than you ever imagined. See the next step, not the top. Think about climbing a mountain. If you look at the top, it feels impossible. The distance looks endless, and your heart feels heavy. But if you look at the next step, it feels possible. You say, I can do one more step. And that one step changes everything. Step by step, you climb higher, you rest, you breathe, you continue. One day, you turn around and realize you're already near the top. English is the same. Don't stare at the peak of fluency. Focus on your next word, your next sentence, your next small victory. Each one will take you higher. Each one will make you stronger. That's how real mountains and real goals are conquered. Celebrate every win. Promise yourself today that you will never ignore your small wins. Promise to celebrate them. Every step forward deserves recognition. Did you learn one new word today? Celebrate it. Did you say one new sentence out loud? Celebrate it. Did you understand one line from a movie? Celebrate it. These are not small. These are bricks, each one building the strong house of your fluency. Without them, the big victory can't exist. When you celebrate progress, your brain rewards you with motivation. It says, let's do more. That's how habits grow and confidence blooms. Every yes moment, every I did it smile, every I tried counts. They are proof you are alive in your learning. Small wins protect you from giving up. When you feel tired, remember your progress. Remember yesterday's sentence. Remember how far you've already come. Small wins whisper. Keep going. They remind you that you're not the same as yesterday. You are better. You are stronger. You are moving forward. Even if slowly, slow progress is still progress. It's the most beautiful kind. The kind built with patience, not pressure. It's the progress that truly lasts. So next time you feel stuck, think back to one small win, one new phrase you learned, one conversation you finished. That's your proof of growth. Every learner falls, but small wins help you rise again, quietly, bravely. One more time, until English feels like your second nature. The final picture. One day soon, you will look back. You'll see how far you've come. You'll smile and whisper, I did it. I am fluent. And then you'll realize something powerful. It wasn't one big moment. It was many small ones, quietly building the person you are now. Those small wins gave you big fluency. Those daily steps created a voice that never stops learning, never stops growing, never stops believing. So keep speaking, keep listening, keep taking small steps. Because small wins build not only fluency, they build strength, courage, and freedom. Your English journey is no longer about fear. It's about faith. Faith in yourself. Faith in the process. Faith that small is powerful. And when you live that truth, fluency is no longer a dream. It's your new reality. One sentence, one win, one day at a time. You've come a long way, my friend. From silence to voice, from fear to courage, from waiting to acting. That journey already makes you powerful. Your English is not just words and grammar anymore. It's your mirror, your tool, your connection to the world, and your expression of who you are. You started with doubt, but every sentence you spoke became proof that change is real. You didn't just learn English. You learned resilience. Every small effort you made was a seed of growth. Every moment you refused to quit became part of your transformation. That's your real progress. And even if no one sees it yet, it's happening. Inside you, something has shifted. The quiet belief that you can, and you will. You don't need perfect sentences to change your life. You only need consistent courage, 5 minutes of honesty, 5 minutes of trying. Every single day, every word you say builds a bridge toward confidence. Every mistake you make builds wisdom. Every lesson you learn builds the future you want. Fluency is not the finish line. It's the lifestyle of those who never stop learning, who speak with heart and listen with openness. So keep showing up, keep learning, keep speaking, not because you have to, but because every time you do, you become more alive. When you speak English, you're not just learning a language, you're learning how to believe in yourself again. That's the real gift of this journey. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, feel how far you've come. The small words, the little victories, the quiet determination. You're not the same person who started this video. You are stronger, clearer, braver, and closer to the version of you that speaks freely. That version is already here, inside you, waiting for one more sentence, one more practice, one more day of belief and consistency. Let this be your turning point. The day you stop learning English with fear and start living English with joy and freedom. Because your story is not about being perfect. It's about becoming unstoppable, one small, powerful, beautiful step at a time. From this moment, speak before you're ready. Listen with your heart. Practice daily. Celebrate small wins. That's your roadmap to unstoppable fluency. Every time you speak, you shine a little brighter. Every time you listen, you grow a little deeper. That's what Soulful English is all about. We're not just learning English here. We're learning how to think bigger, dream louder, and believe stronger in the life we're building. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are exactly where you need to be, in the middle of growth, not at the end of failure. Keep going. My friend, you are not stuck anymore. You are rising, one sentence, one habit, one small act of courage every single day. If this message inspired you, subscribe to Soulful English and join our community of learners who speak from the heart. Leave a comment and tell me, what's one thing you learned today that you'll practice this week? I'll read every word you write, because this is more than a channel. It's a family of dreamers who believe in progress, not perfection, and in voices that refuse to stay silent. Every like, every share helps another learner find hope, courage, and a reason to speak again. You can be the reason someone doesn't give up. Together, we'll make English more than a skill. We'll make it a part of who we are, strong, free, and beautifully human. If this message touched you, subscribe to Soulful English. Every video here is a step forward. Together, we grow, we speak, and we rise. Now tell me, my friend, what's your small win today? Write it in the comments. Let's celebrate every step that brings you closer to your voice.